Today we are going to cover the 7 steps used in almost all modeling features. Modeling in SolidWorks is repetitive. We use the same 7 steps over and over and over to generate the features required to build a solid model. These 7 steps will help you to remember the basic flow. Let's take a look at it. 7 steps for modeling. First, select a face or a plane. Number 2, start a new sketch on that face or a plane. Number 3, draw a geometry you're gonna use. Number 4, tie that geometry into the origin. Number 5, add relationships to control it. Number 6, making a fully defined sketch. Number 7, create the feature. Now I am going to show you how these 7 steps are used to create a model in SolidWorks 2015. As you can see, this is the opening screen. Now let us begin a new document. I am going to select a new icon. A new SolidWorks document dialog box appears. I am going to select the part and then select OK. We first go into a part environment. Now we are going to check which units we are working on. My units are in IPS, which is inches, pounds and seconds. I am going to change it to MMGS, which is millimeter, gram and second. It's always good to check which units you are working on. Now, the first step in the 7 steps of modeling is selecting a face or a plane. To do so, I have these 3 fundamental planes: front plane, top plane and the right plane. I am going to select the top plane. When I left mouse click on the top plane, you can see the top plane highlights and a little menu appears on top of the top plane. Now, if you hover your cursor on the menu, you can see sketch, show, zoom to select, normal to. I am going to talk about this in the later on lessons, but for now, I am going to select the sketch. Notice when I am selecting the sketch, the plane spins around, so I am looking straight at it. It is also considered normal to. Now we are in a new sketch. As told in the second step, we started a new sketch. The third step is draw a new geometry. I am going to the sketch ribbon and going to take a look at the corner rectangle icon. As the arrow pointing down, it means it is having an additional options. We will talk about these commands later on in the upcoming lessons. For now, I am going to select the corner rectangle. The property manager opens and in the rectangular type, the corner rectangle is darkened. That means the option you are using now is a corner rectangle. I am going to the graphics area. I am going to left mouse click, move the cursor and next mouse click. Again and a corner rectangle is created. Is as easy as like this. I am going to add some holes. So I am going back to the sketch ribbon and select the circle command and come back to the graphics area and click some couple of holes inside the rectangle. Next, the step number 4 is tie the geometry to the origin. Here is the origin in the center of the screen. We want to tie this rectangle to the center point of the origin. To do that, I am going to use the construction geometry. I am going to the sketch ribbon and click the arrow beside the line command and you can see a center line appears in the additional options. I am going to click the center line. I am going to select the upper corner here and drag the line and the lower right corner and click escape key. Now I am going to select the origin. By holding the control key, I am going to select the line. Once I select the two lines, A small menu appears. Now I am going to select the midpoint relationship. As I select the midpoint relationship, the line snaps to the center point of the origin. Now the step number 5, adding relationships to control the sketch. Now I got these two circles here. I am going to draw another center line. I am going to select the center line same way. I am going to select the center line, hold on the control key and select the origin. Now I am going to select the midpoint relationship. Now as you can see, the center line always be at the midpoint to the origin. Now I am going to grab these circles and drag them directly over the point and let it go. Now we got a relationship that combines these two circles and make them origin centric. Now I am going to select the two circles by holding the control key and add the make equal relationship between them. Now you can see the sketch we are seeing is in the blue color. That means it is a underdefined sketch. First, we are going to add dimensions to the rectangle. That is the sixth step in the 7 steps in the modeling. I am going back to the sketch bar and select the smart dimensions option, and I am going to come back to the graphics area and add some dimensions to the sketch. Now as you can see, the sketch became black in color. That means the sketch is fully defined. Now the last step means the seventh step in the 7 steps to create model is to create a feature. Now we are going to apply the feature to the fully defined sketch. I am going to the feature ribbon and select the extrude boss command and click OK. As soon as I do that, it gives me a representation of what it's going to create. To change the depth of the model, you can select the arrow on the model and drag up and down. When your component is up to your requirements, you can click OK, means here the right symbol. This is my first component. By remembering these 7 basic steps, the modeling process will be easier to understand and more straightforward. Keep in mind that everyone has their own way of creating the component. However, the steps remains the same. This is the end of the today's lesson. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website www.trainingmaster.in for the regular updates and daily SolidWorks 2015 video lessons. Thank you very much. Bye.